So we're talking about attachments all week long. I repositioned my chair a little bit. I just did a little 25-degree turn, just so you could kind of see that the hills behind me are filled with smoke. Smoke's kind of descending in around the house. So we are just talking about the fact that attachments are the things that hold on, that get a hold of us. And when we don't recognize they have a hold of us, there's no way that we can detach ourselves from our attachments, because they're unconsciously driving us. So the person that's attached to something that they've sought out that gives them meaning and purpose. All of us are in a search. You're in a search, and your search may have led you to academics. It could have led you to a profession, medicine, sports, possessions, achievements, accomplishments. Your search for meaning and purpose, your search for equilibrium, for stability, for an identity, a sense of being, could have led you to any of those things very, very naturally. And whenever you find a socially acceptable attachment, a sense of being, it's very easy to let that just fill our world, fill our mind, fill our efforts, our energy, and we'll put everything we can into that basket. We'll put all of our eggs in that basket. Often until that thing, whatever it is threatened in some way. And so I've been saying, throughout our series that the identity crisis, it's not a bad thing. It feels bad, but it's not a bad thing, because oftentimes, Scott Peck taught me this, oftentimes in our deepest pain or discomfort, often in those times is when we start looking and searching for deeper answers, truer answers. That's what Jesus is. When Jesus says, I am the way, the truth, and the life, he's saying when he says you can't get to the Father, you can't get to salvation, you can't get to ultimate stability for eternity when you leave me out. C.S. Lewis said it like this. He said, God designed the human machine to run on himself. He himself is the fuel our spirits were designed to burn, or the food our spirits were designed to feed on. There is no other. That is why it's just no good asking God to make us happy in our own way. God cannot give you a happiness and a peace, and I would add to that stability or meaning and purpose, apart from himself, because it is not there. There is no such thing. You see, Christianity offers us the solution to stability, the solution to meaning and purpose. Now, you can fill those with artificial attachments, but those artificial attachments will eventually be challenged by the reality of a broken world. So instead of waiting for the broken world to sabotage, to ambush, to threaten your attachments, why not come to greater awareness so you can recognize, wow, this thing really has a hold on me? Because therein lies your path to freedom. When you discover what has a hold on you, you're empowered to make a choice to let go of it. Jesus said, you will find your life when you lose it. You'll discover who you really are when you let go of who you are in order to find out who God is. When we discover Jesus, we find out who we are. Ephesians chapter 1, about verse 20 in the Message Bible says, it's in Christ that we find out who we really are. So let Jesus remind you that you are God's beloved child and that he has something for you to do. It's his work. It's what a missionary understands. I don't do missional work. I am missional. Everything is about being used by him to distribute his love in whatever context I find myself. That's being on mission. I look forward to seeing you next week. God bless you. Have a great day.